I think this is quite a lot for 1 week, don't you? Tour de Femme is over. It was a very productive week and led into many more projects. Don't you love the sari silk? Here's just a random blue in here. And here like some bright pink and green and the oranges. I really like this, and that's why I came out to the last few moments of sunlight or daylight. It's very cloudy today, but in the daylight you can just see that better than inside. I mean, it's still pink, but I really love it. In the light you can see all the different shades that make up this pink. 300 grams of the next skein for this sweater. There will be 4 skeins at the end. A little brighter. There's also the pink sari silk in it. That's why there is a subtle pink shade to it. Oh, look, and there is like a neon yellow here. So cool. Then up next is the finished second skein of my Camel blend sock yarn. Now I have 2 skeins and I can knit my camel socks. And then I got into a crazy sample spinning frenzy because I wanted to try the combination of a few fibers I had spun so far during Tour de Fleece. It turned out into all those skeins and then those, which is a whole other story. It's very nice too. I explained to you what's up with those inside. Here are the 2 skeins laid out. Each of them is 150 grams. I really don't know how long they are, but I don't care. I'm just gonna have 2 more skeins. I actually already picked the colors for the next 2 bats because there is always one single in it that I carved myself. That was the bat for this darker one. In here is basically the same bat, just instead of the dark corriedale, it's the white corriedale. Other than that, it's all the same contents, which is grey pulvers, sari silk and mulberry silk. Also from Whirlpool 2024 25 advent calendar. Since there are in each of them 3 different blends, they have a lot of different fibers in them. This fiber blend is completely different than this one. It's pretty crazy. I looked up the percentages of how much fiber is in each blend, and I wait to tell you about this as soon as the next 2 skeins are finished because I think it's really interesting. So come back to see this when it's all finished and ready to knit into a sweater. Even inside it looks pretty close up. Look at this. And I still have a single spun with this bat, which was left over because it was supposed to be another project first. I won't use this single in one of the next skeins. I will make separate bats, but I possibly spin this up and make one skein with just that pink that I said I don't want it like this, just for funsies to see how it was, and maybe it even will fit the sweater as an accent stripe somewhere. I'm not sure yet what I do with this, so that's why it hasn't been plied during Tour de Femme. I'm not sure yet if I will make a video on how I knit those socks. I plan though to start at the toe with the yellow or the bright part and then knit up because I really want the whole gradient in each sock. If you want me to show you how I do this, I can make a video about it. Otherwise, I just knit it and show you when they're finished. It is soft, but kind of rustic at the same time. It's very interesting to touch this blend. Now let me explain you all this craziness. The start of Tour de Femme, I showed you this beautiful camel, cashmere and silk. I still have some left actually. Couldn't finish this during Tour de Femmes, and I didn't have time to ply it either. I also had a single left from the Swiss camel fleece I spun during Tour de Fleece. I wanted to get it off the bobbins during Tour de Femmes. So this whole pile actually started with this yarn sample that is 2 singles of this and 1 single of the camel fiber. And then I thought I also try a little skein, just the camel fiber, even though I thought it's probably sturdier with some silk blend in it. So I made this second skein. And then I wanted to see how that beautiful turquoise fiber looks just by itself. So I made this skein. And then I still had singles that I made during Tour de Fleece with that beautiful beige Angora that I bought at Spicher Handwerk on Swiss Yarn Festival. Love this stuff, it's so fluffy. And I plied it with 2 singles of the turquoise blend and 1 single of the Angora. If you just look at the halo, that's kind of beige golden together with the turquoise. The thing is, if you have a single made out of entirely of Angora, it's probably gonna pill a lot. Even though it looks super nice and is extremely soft, it wouldn't be a good idea to make a whole sweater yarn from this fiber, because it probably would pill a lot in the armpits and wouldn't be very sturdy. But I think 1 stripe in a sweater would be nice. And yes, this will be a sweater. I just keep going till I have enough. So I made this, and then I thought, let me try 2 singles of Angora and 1 single of the turquoise, and obviously it looks beautiful and got even fluffier. I found a bobbin that had a little bit of merino silk mohair blend on it that I dyed once on my terrace in a solar dye jar, and it has been on there forever, so I just plied it with 2 singles of the turquoise. I thought it fits color-wise, and it does. And then I went into the World of Wool Advent Calendar 2024 one more time. Day 24 was a blend called Family Tree, and it's the softest thing you can imagine. It has ultrafine merino, camel, cashmere, and yak. And since we're already working with camel here, I thought, I think I'm gonna just use up this fiber, and I actually have more somewhere. I bought more. I have like 200 grams of this all together. So this could be a nice base for this sweater, I think. Because I also have merino, cashmere, and yak, my Swiss yak. I will just make my imitation of this blend with the fibers I have from Switzerland. And then either use it in the sweater or in something completely else. I don't know. Wouldn't that be fun? But that will be another video. If you touch this, you really want to spin it. But then when you start spinning it, it's not easy. First of all, it's extremely fine fiber and it takes forever to spin it. It's like you would spin silk. Silk is also, when you spin silk, it takes forever. If you look at my Tour de Fleece from last year, I spun silk only, sari silk and mulberry silk, and I had so much less in quantity than this year because it takes like triple as long to spin a skein. And also the staple lengths of those fibers are very different, so if you draft this, you constantly have to change your technique. You have to feel when the short fibers come and when the longer fibers come. It's hard to make an even thread with this. And I tried to spin it from the fold. I tried long draw. I tried short forward draw. I even carded a little bit on the drum carder. It didn't make it easier, actually. You just have to get into kind of a meditation state, and then suddenly it works. And then when you get up and drink a tea and come back, you have to start again. Till you're in the flow with this fiber, it takes long. If you worked with Family Tree, I would be very curious to hear from you what you thought. Maybe you didn't have problems, or maybe you did. Let me know. Family tree. And I thought I want to mix this up with the turquoise and the Angora. Just 2 turquoise and one of the family trees. This one is family tree and this one is the camel fiber, and you can see the family tree is a little darker than just the camel by itself. Family tree once with 1 strand of Angora and once with 2 strands of Angora. Then I just got into the rhythm of spinning family tree, and I spun a lot of family tree and still had singles on this bobbin, and I thought, you know what, I just gonna ply this together, and suddenly I had a bigger skein to add. And then I had a really beautiful green corriedale. It looked like this before I spun it all up. I actually spun it up in those 4 skeins. This looks very sophisticated. And then I put this in and I thought, this gives like a oomph to it. And I started adding those green skeins. And I think it looks beautiful. But then I changed my mind again. I took them back out and I thought, no, I just really let this be as a white beach turquoise water combination. And I will make a green sweater. There is even another one. It's Vinceless. It's from 2024 World of Wool Advent Calendar. And I thought it might look nice together, you know, with what I have. And then I thought maybe down the road I can even add this, because it already has a little bit of the turquoise. This bright green would fit. And I also have this green corriedale, which I spun a little bit already, but didn't get to ply yet. I mean, you see, I hope it's chaotic enough for you. I will have a green sweater, and I will have the sophisticated sweater, which, by the way, I can also maybe add in the Happy Knot from 2025 Advent Calendar. You know, just a little bit, maybe just one single like this, maybe just one little skein like this. And I also have this beautiful turquoise tussar silk I could blend with something that could extend this whole collection. Yeah, I will just keep adding to those 2 projects and maybe talk about it in shorts here and there. And when it's finished, I will come again and show you the result. So this is just a started project, but look at it, it's pretty. Oh, and then also there is Knecht Ruprecht from day 9 from 2024 Advent Calendar. It's a super nice gray green fiber, some glitter in it. I thought it might fit this blend. Here, I don't know, I actually wanted to add it to this one together with this single, and then I was suddenly not sure anymore because I spun it up and I still had that gray Angora single. I thought I'm just gonna ply it with the gray Angora and some gray Shetland and have a gray skein and start a gray sweater too. So I already have all those 3 sweater projects. And then thankfully Tour de Fleece Femmes was over, and I think I have to just rethink that, let that rest for a bit, and maybe start knitting first. All the minis together are 209 grams. The big skeins together are 292 grams. The sock yarn is 59 grams, and that big mini skein is 47 grams. And all this together is 606 grams. And if you consider all of the stuff I spun during Tour de Fleece and Tour de Fleece Femmes. I think I'm good for a while. Maybe this is going to be a spindling project where I continuously spin a little skein in the train or so. Because I got into all those skeins, I had to push back my Angora sock blend yarn and didn't even start spinning it yet, but it's okay. I can make a video about that later because I think it's going to be really nice too. I hope you liked my impulsive Tour de Femme spinning journey, and hopefully you're interested how those projects evolve and eventually turn into sweaters. I can't wait. I wish I could just finish this, but I really also have to start knitting, and I think I will start with the Tour de Fleece World of Wool sweater. I'm really curious how this turns out. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you hopefully very soon.